recording. Okay, ladies, let me get this up. Okay, how does that look? Thumbs up, everybody can see it good? Okay, so some of you are brand new coaches, some of you have been at it for a long time, so this might just be a little refresher for you. It might be something good to take back to your coaches. So either way, hopefully you'll get something from it and benefit from it. And I just wanted to sort of start with, like, the social media game in Beachbody can be extremely overwhelming and frustrating at times, but if you sort of get in the groove and figure out what works for you, you're gonna find that it becomes really easy and really helps your business move forward. So let's get going. So I think the most important thing that everybody talks about, we talk about it all the time, is share your story. Who are you? Who are you at your core? There's tons of different people in this world. I mean, there's millions and millions of people out there. Some of you are single moms. Me, I'm a terrible binge eater. Some of you have weight loss stories. And just so you guys know, not everybody's story is different, but there's not one story that's better than another. There's a lot of people that come out and say, I don't have a story, I don't have anything to talk about, but yes, you do. There's something about you that somebody else is going to relate to. So you have to remember that when you're struggling with what is my story, because you really do have one. So just remember that. And then on the next one, oh, it's not going. Hold on. There we go. So the next question is, once you figure out, okay, this is my story, how do you actually start to share your story and open up to people? And if I've learned anything along my journey, these couple things on the screen I think are what's gonna help you guys the most is be really honest. It's really hard sometimes. Be vulnerable, that's probably even more difficult. You have to learn to open up and share this story, because I guarantee you, whatever it is, somebody can relate to it. Just be authentic and be you, because people relate to that. People relate to the person, they don't relate to you selling. So I'm sure you guys have already started to see that in your journey. Okay, oh, there's me and Marjorie. So whatever that story is of yours, you have to break out. So I think I shared that one on the left back in April, and that was incredibly terrifying. I called Courtney crying. I was like, I can't believe I just posted this. I just posted something to my wall. I don't know what came over me. Like, something just came over me, and I was like, why are you hiding this? There's so many people that struggle with infertility, and if you could help one person realize that they're not alone, whether it has to do with Beachbody or not, then you've done an amazing thing. And then look at Marjorie. She has had an amazing weight loss story, and that's also extremely difficult to share. I mean, you really have to make yourself extremely vulnerable to show those before and after pictures. But honestly, if you look at this, she had over 176 likes and over 63 comments on this. This was her first post for her first challenge group. So if we can learn anything, I know, yay, Marjorie, so good. It's okay to open up and be vulnerable, because look at how many people relate to that. Sorry, I gotta click back. Another thing when you're trying to share your story is to remember to make an impact. Be really thoughtful about what you're posting, and this is huge, you guys. Don't just post to social media to post. There's a lot of stuff out there about posting like 3 to 4 times a day, and that's all fine and good. But if you're not being really thoughtful about what you're posting and it's not going to make some sort of an impact, why are you posting it? I truly believe in quality over quantity. And we'll get to that in the next slide. So like Courtney on the left, great post. Look at how cute they look in that picture. And it's extremely relatable. She's getting her mommy quiet time in the car. Everybody's got their headphones on. And then I love Gina's post right here. When you're doing a post for a challenge group, we're gonna talk about this in the next couple slides. It's really important to make these look great. I mean, you are advertising yourself and how you can help somebody get fit and healthy. So the quality of your pictures, the creativity. And honestly, you guys, if you're having trouble with creativity, do not be afraid to reach out to somebody, whether it's your upline coach or even somebody, a friend in your team page, anybody. Seriously, that's what we're here for. We're here to help you. And for those of you who are not my personally sponsored coaches, I love PicMonkey. That's what I use for all this. That's what Gina used for this picture on the right. And I would be more than happy to help you guys get creative. So seriously, don't ever be afraid to reach out and ask somebody. And then just along this line, I just want to say, think about before you're making this post, will this bring value to someone? Will this create a conversation? And will this catch someone's eye in a good way? Because if we're not going to be working towards these things, then why are we posting it? Now, not everything is going to be like of crazy value. Some of our stuff is just really fun and we ask questions, but you know, for the most part, we really got to think, you know, somebody's looking at this and what are they thinking? What are you wanting them? What impression do you want to make on them when you're making this post, no matter what it is? Oh, sorry, I got to click to my next one. Okay, this is what I want you guys to a little fun exercise right now. So somebody told me this a while ago and it's been extremely helpful for me in my social media posts. And they recommended that I make a list of 5 to 7 topics or things that I absolutely love. So anything. So I have my list sitting right next to me to my computer, and mine are makeup, food and recipes, fitness, travel, clothes, workout and fashion, dogs, and fertility. So make a list, and you can start jotting down stuff right now. And it doesn't have to be anything from the list that I posted here, you guys. It can be anything. Like Rachel loves hiking, and they're huge boat and lake people. So that's like a huge thing for her to be posting. If you love running, if you love gardening, like what do you love to do? Because that somebody else loves to do that too, and then that's going to create a conversation with that person and get you on the same playing field with them so that you can create a really meaningful relationship with somebody, not just surface level Beachbody, this is what I'm selling. So honestly, I use this list. I look at it every week. I try to post once a day, sometimes on the weekends. I don't post, but I always look to that. And if you go back to that, you're going to get some really good ideas from that. Oh, at the bottom, I love this, you guys. I don't know if you pay attention to top coaches. Oh, sorry, I want to go back. Ask questions. I asked a question last week, or maybe it was the week before, about dry shampoo. Okay. I really needed it because, let's be honest, when we were working out every day, I don't wash my hair every day, you guys. So I was like, seriously, I needed a dry shampoo. I don't even know how many. I can't even tell you how many people commented on that. People love to give their opinions. So I remember a long time ago, not that long ago, but when Rachel, I'm going to go back to Rachel again, when she first became a coach, she was like, I'm struggling with what to post. I don't understand how to put myself out there. I don't know what to say. And she's like, I'm just having such a hard time. Harper's teething, and I feel so bad for her. Harper is her little daughter. Harper is teething, and I just feel stuck. And I was like, Rachel, there's your post right there. Do you know how many moms out there are struggling with teething babies, or how many moms have been through that same situation and have found something that works for them, and they want to give you their opinion? She asked that question, and that was an amazing post for her. I honestly feel like that was like a turning point for her. So don't ever be afraid to ask you for questions if you're going on vacations, anything. So just remember that. Okay, so on to the next one, time management. This is huge, you guys. You're all busy. Most of you have kids. A lot of you have full-time jobs. This is something that you're doing in addition to your full-time job. So what can you do to get yourself on track? So let's start with the don'ts. People say it all the time, but seriously, guys, do not scroll Facebook. I'm guilty of it. I get sucked in sometimes, but be really cognizant of how you're spending your time on Facebook. There is no point in scrolling Facebook. If you are wanting to connect with people on Facebook, Use your time wisely and search them out. Go directly to their page, like a post, comment on their post, and then move on with your time. So don't spend time mindlessly scrolling. I know we get sucked into that. Don't compare yourself. I like to say all the time that comparison is the thief of joy. And honestly, you guys, it really is. It's really hard in this business. People rank advance and people get coaches and people have amazing challenge groups. And it's really hard not to compare yourself to what everybody else is doing. But really, don't take the joy out of this, because this is a really fun, amazing business. And by comparing yourself to what other people are doing, you're just taking all that life and fun and joy out of it. Just remember that you are your own person. People take their own time with things. And as long as you're putting in the time and effort, you will reap the reward. So try really hard not to compare. And this is another big one, you guys. We all worry a lot about what other people will think of us and what we're posting and our new journeys. I was crazy afraid when I first started. I remember talking to Courtney and being like, I don't know if I can post this. I'm just so afraid. What are people gonna think? Like, they're totally gonna judge me. Yep, they are, and they do. And do you know how many people I've had to unfriend on Facebook or block, including some of people that I thought were friends? But that's fine, because I know in my heart that I'm doing an amazing thing. You guys are all doing such amazing things, helping people get fit and healthy. So you just have to remember that and keep that in the forefront of your mind. And try not to lose focus. A lot of things take your focus away. You just got to keep your eye on the prize and know what you're going for and keep working for it, and don't let anything stand in your way. Seriously, you guys. Okay, find people to engage with. I was just talking about that. So instead of mindlessly scrolling Facebook, make a list of people who you're like, I really want to help her. I could do something great for her. Make a list and then just start liking their posts, commenting here and there. It does not have to be anything Beachbody related. And then as soon as you do that, your Facebook affinity is going to start pulling up all of their stuff for you, and vice versa. So they're going to start seeing all of your posts. It's really cool. Make a to-do list. I'm a huge proponent of a to-do list. I make one every week and every morning, and then I go through and highlight and cross off. It's really easy to do, keep you focused. And then another thing I love to tell my coaches is to set a timer. So if you've got a half an hour to work, and you've got all these different things, and you know you want to spend 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there, set a timer, work hard, and as soon as that timer goes off, move on. You have to make use of your time. And then I said this before, you guys, post quality over quantity. I honestly believe that one great post a day is far better than 3 mediocre posts. Don't get caught up in the, I gotta be posting this number of times a day. It's not about that. It's about your life and sharing your story and how you can reach somebody, and just making value, bringing value to somebody else's life. So honestly, I'm still in the game where I'm just about once a day. Okay, here's more stuff for you guys to write down if you don't know these already. Some really great apps to make really fun pictures. Most of you know about Rona Designs. If you don't have that yet, be sure you get that. It's an amazing way to edit pictures and put writing over the tops of them. Pick Stitch and Pick Collage are both just apps to make different collages. Split Pick will let you take a picture of yourself and then split it so you have like a mirror image of yourself. Photo Flipper is a really awesome one. So let's say you take a picture of yourself in the mirror and you've got a really awesome t-shirt on, and then you look at the picture and it's backwards. It flips it so that when you look at the picture of yourself, you can read the writing on your t-shirt. Another really good one for those of you who are starting to use Google Forms and Docs for when you do challenge groups, you can get Google Drive. There's an app for that on your phone, and you can look at your list. So when people are responding to your challenge group post, you can look at it right from your phone. And then that last one, Camera Plus, is honestly my most favorite picture app of all time. It takes amazing pictures, and then you can edit them and change the exposure. That's really cool. And then most of you guys know about PicMonkey, and then buffer.com. If you guys don't know what that is, I highly recommend it. That is a service where you can go in and schedule your posts for your personal Facebook page and your groups. So for those of you who are working full time and have kids and a lot going on, buffer.com is going to be your best friend. You can schedule the day, time, add pictures, anything you want. Okay, this is an important one. I want you guys to write all this down because I have a feeling none of you know what this is. MailChimp.com. This is a website where you can go in and create e-newsletters. And so what's going to be happening in the next couple days is Courtney and Gina and I have been putting together a newsletter template for all of you to use and send out to all of your clients. So once it's free, MailChimp is free, so once you get that created, I'm gonna email out the template to all of you guys. It's very easy to change and modify so that it fits you. And then all you do is you upload all of your email contacts, and we're gonna be doing this once a month for you guys. Really cool, really great way to keep you guys in front of your customers, and it's got really fun, like it's gonna have a recipe tips and like a Shakeology recipe of the month. So really excited about that. Okay. Ooh. Okay, some more tips and tricks.
Thank you, Liz.
Welcome. I'm so excited about the newsletter, you guys. Really excited about that. Okay, some tips and tricks. I'm sure you've heard it before and you've wondered, but honestly, you guys should always, always, always be using a picture of yourself when you're posting about your upcoming groups, whether it's a challenge group, a Shakeology group, a coaching group. There is no doubt in my mind that you will get 100% better results when people see a picture of you versus a stock photo or just writing and quotes. This is really important. And make sure when you're doing that you guys are using really high quality pictures. You're gonna see an example on the next slide of 2 different things that I've posted, and you're gonna understand that. 80-20 rule, most of you guys know this. When you're posting, once a day, however many times a week, we want it to be 80% you, 20% business. And then it's important, you guys, to experiment with posting times. I found what works for me when I'm trying to do a really big post, and it might be completely different for all of you. For me, my best time is Tuesday through Thursday, 6:45 to 7:30 p.m. No doubt about it. That is by far my best engagement time. And then lastly, it's totally cool and awesome and great for you guys to be looking to other coaches for inspiration. But I would just throw this out there. Make sure you're not totally copying them. Like, they do a great job of writing things, and don't get me wrong, I take ideas and verbiage from a lot of different coaches, but then I turn it into my own and make it sound like it's coming from me. But honestly, that's what these coaches are here for, you guys, to help you, to provide inspiration, and to show you what amazing posts look like. Oh, here, can you see the difference in the good quality versus the bad? The picture on the right was when I donated my hair, like, I don't know, maybe 3 years ago, and I posted that to Facebook, you guys. What was I thinking? And then obviously the picture collage on the left is when I just cut my hair a couple weeks ago. Showcase you. You guys, you want people to see the best of you. So seriously, I encourage you to work on making your pictures really good. And honestly, we're all here to help. If you're like, I don't understand, what app should I be using, or how do I make my picture look better? Seriously, send me a message and I'll help you, because I'm kind of have an obsession with it. I want you all to look good. Okay, here's some more stuff for you guys to write down. I'll also have this PowerPoint in both groups for you guys. But here are some really amazing top coaches that you guys should be definitely looking at for inspiration and to see how they're running their businesses, because these women are extremely successful. And I want to go out on a limb and say most of these women are 6-figure earners, and there's a couple millionaires in there. And they've only been doing this for 3 years, you guys. It's not, they haven't done anything crazy. They haven't done anything out of the norm. They've just followed successful coaches above them, and that's what I always say. I just followed what my coach did and what her coach did and what Stephanie Chico did, who's up in my upline. So definitely look to these women for some inspiration. And for those of you going, there's a couple of us going to Summit. A lot of these women are going to be speaking at Summit, so that's really exciting. Okay, a few more tips. I don't know if you guys are planners like me, but I always plan for my next challenge group. Always. If I know my challenge group, I plan out my calendar at least a month ahead of time. So I know that I'm going to do my big, announcement for my next month at least 12 to 14 days before your next group starts. This gives you enough time to have conversations with people, for people to order so that they can get their stuff in on time. And then if you want to do one more little post before your group starts, you can get all that in on time. I already told you that. Try to post important posts. Mess around, see if that time works for you. It works for me, it may not for you, but just try out different times. Okay, this is another important thing, you guys, that I learned from, I don't know if it was Stephanie Chico or Megan Tucker taught us about this. If you see a picture, like we all follow a bunch of different things on Facebook, and if you see a really inspirational picture and you're like, oh my God, I have to share that to my wall, please do not share from another page. You want it to come from you. So it's really easy. You click on the picture, you save it, and then you upload it to your feed and add just a simple little thoughtful sentence from you, and I swear to you, that will make a huge difference in the response that you get from people liking and commenting on it. Okay, next one. Instagram. How many of you are on Instagram? Raise your hands. I only see if I can't see all of you. Hold on. I'm trying to see all of you. I can't see all your videos. Anyways, I see some hands. If you're not on Instagram, it's time, ladies. This is a huge market for Beachbody. And even if you're afraid, I was totally afraid. I had an Instagram account for years and never used it. I really feel like it's a completely different beast. You can do so many different things on Instagram than you can on Facebook. And then you can also feed your posts from Instagram into Facebook if you so choose. So I'm going to do a whole nother, Instagram is going to become my life in August. So I'm going to get really educated on that, and hopefully I'll come back with another Zoom for you guys all about Instagram, the ins and outs, and how to really gain followers and figure out how this actually works. But in the meantime, get an IG account and start posting some pictures. Okay, last but not least, I say this in my challenge groups, I say it to my coaches all the time, you guys, consistency is what is going to make you. I truly, truly believe that. People want to see a consistent presence from you to be able to trust you. So you have to realize that people are watching what you're doing. They may not be commenting, they may not be liking your posts, but I swear to you, people are watching. And the more consistent you are, the more they're going to trust that, okay, I need to reach out to this person. She's been doing it for so long. She's not going away. She's not disappearing from my news feed. I have had people, Tammy, who reached out to me after my first initial post in August or September of last year. And she sort of fell off the wagon, and I let her go because we know that no sometimes means not right now in this instance. And she came back to me in March and was ready, because she was ready. I didn't push her. I didn't beg her. She just realized that, she had been seeing my posts and I had been consistent, and she trusted me enough to try out one of my challenge groups. And I think she did a challenge group and a half, and then she became a coach because she's so good at it. Yay, Tammy! So don't forget this, you guys. I mean, these quotes and everything that I wrote, I put in here for a purpose because I truly believe it, and we are all here to support you no matter what. So please don't ever be afraid to reach out to us and ask questions. I'm going to stop the recording, and then I'm going to open it up for questions.